What's up, gamers, gamies, and gamettes? My name is John. I'm not showing the face cam today. Originally, this was supposed to be streamed by and recorded, and all just acting up like I don't freaking know, man. It's acting up. I'm gonna do my best to get through this, man, because another new game has come out, and I've been wanting to play this for quite a while, and then I have played a gameplay called Senate Hearts, but still. I'm gonna see how long I can keep up with Memento Heart. Plus, also, I still gotta finish Doki Doki, and his Tenubia cannot be cured. But with his Tenubia cannot be cured, there's alternative routes as well too that I have to take care of. Freaking Doki Doki, I don't think I'm gonna do the other routes as well, but I'm just gonna go with the flow. So let's turn on this little effect thingy right here and start. Okay. With Autumn's excessive amount of logic and retreat, and alphabetized, I decided to take it upon myself to warn Juliane about Autumn's stay. Although it was true that she may have napped through the commotion, it was just likely that she simply choosing to ignore any ruckus that had occurred outside of her door. As long as it was brief enough that it would take more effort for her to address it than ignore it, she wouldn't care if a herd of cattle were stampeding outside. I'm stampeding outside, my bad. Plus, if Juliane was awake, I wanted the chance to quietly ask her about any hiding spots she may have come across in the chapel suitable for stashed goods. She may rarely leave her room, but that doesn't mean that she hasn't scored the place for ideal snoozing locations on the very first day she got here. Juliane, it's me. Hello? Are you in there? Dots. ZZZ. It seems like she was asleep. I didn't have to press my ears against the door to hear her promodial snore filtering through. Dots. Oh, I hear the knock.
What? What's that sound? What's going on?
It seems like she's awake. How lucky of me. Juliane, it's me. Is it okay if I come inside? Hang on. Was that noise you? Why are you kicking the door in my down my door? I'm sorry. Did I knock too hard?
That's not knocking. That's you trying to tell me there's fire and we need to evacuate the building.
Out she came, all the mood and no mercy. She never looked more lively than when she had grief to spill.
If you want something from here, you can I'm just gonna do the voice, I can't. Alright, just come in and without knocking.
Thank you, but it is against my principles. Those principles being her usual insistence of knocking.
But why, wait, what?
Oh wait, I'm doing the thing. The thingy. Oh wait. What?
Being politely rude, because that's what it is. Do you know how loud everything is around here? I can even tell if your annoying little white mouse, can tell that little annoying white mouse from last week is still around. Even its tiny thief has echoed around this place. Can you imagine that your fists sound like? What your fists sound like? Blah. That's right, like an ape trying to learn how to play drums.
Something she said in her tirade intrigued me. The little white mouse? I thought you said you caught it before. Dots. You are parquet.
I did.
So why?
So why what? Why is it still alive? Do you think I'll eat everything that moves or something? That's what you're implying, isn't it? What do you think I am? Well, you are part cat.
I try not to. I try not to glance at her ears, made especially hardened after the recent conversation with Autumn. I knew that the moment my pupils made contact with those two little tufts of furry things, my chances of seeing sleep tonight would be irreversibly plummet.
Anyway, stop with the knocking. What would happen if I escaped and never answered the door? How long would you end up standing there for? Honestly, the one before wouldn't even leave me alone. Kept barging in to feed me snacks, one sweet at a time, to make sure I hadn't run away. But at least she never had to wake me up to do it. Are you like that? When you talk like that, it makes me sound like you're a captive. ... You're saying I'm not? Of course, you're quite free to run anyway. You're quite free to run away anytime. Heh, that's a good one. No matter where I go, those old hags with their purple hats always manage to find me. I'm still trying to figure that out how. I'm preventing it from going where I want, when I want. Doesn't that make me a prisoner? If you mean the academy is doing everything it takes to ensure your underage girl gets a proper education and a roof over her head, I suppose yes, you're a prisoner. ... Hey, don't you know how they keep finding me? Yeah. Don't suppose you know how they keep finding me, do you? If I did, I'm sure I wouldn't be allowed to tell you. I hope you're not planning on running away, though. It's hard enough trying to feed you 20 meals a day when you're lounging in one place. I wouldn't know where to begin if I had to chase you everywhere, too. That's the only thing you're worried about. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the academy could have picked a stricter guardian. Not like I'm worried or anything, but doesn't your job involve keeping me from harm? You know, when you're not feeding me 20 meals a day? I'm trying to keep everyone else from harm. If your stomach starts growling and I'm not around to hurl food at you, people's livelihoods are going to be endangered. Why, you think I'm gonna eat people's homes just because I want a midnight snack? Well, I'd rather not find out the hard way. Somehow I can't help but feel that it's partly my fault you have such a twisted image of me. It is your... Anyway. Anyway, I'm busy doing stuff. Goodness. Busy doing stuff. What do you want? I can't make free time for small talk.
The only way she could have free time was if she invented a spell for time travel. Oh god, I wish there was a button for this instead of that. I'm just here to let you know that Autumn is lodging upstairs with us. She'll be sharing the sisters' dormitory with me. ...
She what?
She's staying with us.
Who's staying with us?
Autumn. ... Your new tutor. The one you met and tried scaring off this afternoon. ...
I see. She's staying with us?
Yes, that's right.
What the heck? None of them ever lived with us before. Is that school trying to cut down on expenses? Is she paying towards the rent, food? Is she gonna leech off us and pay for herself?
That was a very good question. Given our current finances, we really couldn't afford to stretch out any further. It felt a bit blunt to ask Autumn to pay for her own meals, especially when she only intended to stay for a few days, but she did say she had some money on her.
Hey, you're not saying anything. I kinda expected you to say something to that. The new old hag is gonna pay you for her own food, right?
If you want to worry about our expenditure, expedition. If you want to worry about our expenditure, then start by cutting down on the countless reparations I have to pay to our neighbors.
Listen, the only reason you have to pay the respirations is because you rush off and apologize at the door. If you don't say anything, nobody will be the wiser.
Who else is within 50-mile radius can cause half the damage you can?
Oh, haven't you heard? There's a new sorceress in town. And I'm very glad that's the case. Now there will be two of us to look over your misdeeds. You won't be causing any trouble for her, will you?
Oh wait, that's her.
How could I? When when was the last time I ever went upstairs?
She'll obviously be coming down to you for your lessons.
Stairs are kind of long. It'll be a hassle. She doesn't need to be on my account.
Juliane.
What time tomorrow? I'm guessing it's tomorrow. It'll be awkward if this one pretends she can't find her room.
You'll have to wait and find out.
How?
By waking up promptly. She's a former lesson plan for you now.
A lesson plan? So it's a stubborn one this time. I can already tell she likes you, except thinks she's knowing something about magic. It might take more than a day for her confidence in the world in order to be crushed.
Juliane, please don't go on your way from... Although you're normally indifferent to how long they eventually stay, do you dislike Autumn for some particular poor reason? That's funny. That's too funny, actually. She has a valid reason for that, actually.
Like I said, I'm busy, doing busy stuff.
Sure you are.
Right now, I don't need a fake substitute teacher hassling me about their curriculum. She doesn't even know how to teach while I'm working.
Yeah, sure you do, buddy. Working on what? Your magical studies on the effect of sleep overdose?
Ooh! If you must know, funny woman, I was studying something. Studying is tiring. I sleep when I'm tired.
And what exactly was it that you're studying? We're studying.
I don't know, but I think it's something that's capable of exploding.
Da-da-da-dots. Da-da-da-dots.
Yep, you have to see it now, don't you?
Yes. It's CG time? Oh, no, never mind. This thing. I let out a sigh. I suppose that Juliane Brimstone Hands, everything was a tool for exploding.
Oh, you can actually see it.
I've seen it for a while now. In fact, I was going to ask you about it earlier. Every time I walk in here, I see you're admiring yourself in the mirror. It's hard to miss.
Really? Because you haven't said a word about it. I was just thinking, starting to think that it was one of those invisible mirrors that only sorcerers could see or something. So, now that I know that this thing is definitely corporal, where have the comments been? Shouldn't you at least be whining about taking up too much space?
Well, it's not that I have a problem with you spending time with the mirror per se. After all, I'm sure that you're at that age already.
What?
But even so, classifying divinities as studying is a little dots.
Listen, I don't care. I really don't. But at the same time, I sort of do. I'm not vividing myself, okay? Do you think I'm checking to see if I grow taller? I'm examining the mirror. The mirror, not the reflection in it.
Examining it? Why?
If you really must know, try asking the bogus tutor upstairs. If she has any qualifications that's important, she'll know. Or rather, she should know. But since she hasn't said anything, I guess the Academy must have sent one of their new interns to me instead.
Julian, when you say it like that, there really, really one way I could interfere what kind of mirror this is.
Good. Then you'll understand why I'm very busy. It takes a lot of time and effort to decipher the origins and the purpose of these things.
But why would the chapel have something like this? In fact, where did you find it? It wasn't in your room a few days ago. Was it in the cellar?
Beats me. I found it here on the other day.
Excuse me?
I said I found it here the other day.
My God, does that not have suspicious? Smiling like the one only made to see him more dire. Here? What is here?
Here, as in here, in my bedroom, in the exact spot it's in right now. I woke up and found it here. Okay, so I have to admit, it really creeped me out at first. I woke up and saw my bed hair staring back at me. As you can see, I got used to it. Haven't you ever wondered why I look more presentable lately, even though I never go out?
Wait, never mind your bed hair. You said you found it here.
Yes, that's right. For the 4th time, I found it here.
I can really already sense the huffing and puffing coming.
Can I at least get something to eat first? Waking up makes me hungry.
Julian! I thought you brought it here from somewhere inside the chapel. I thought you wanted to ogle it yourself. That's why I choose not to mention it.
Oh, is that why? And here I thought you accidentally failing your job as a guardian. Turns out you were just purposefully failing it.
You're such a dick. Julian, you know perfectly well that if something like this suddenly appears after you wake up, you need to tell me about it.
I don't see why. I got a free mirror. All you do is take it away.
Of course I would. Isn't that the problem to you? How did it get here? Why is it here?
Who knows? It's not a big problem to me. If there's someone looking at me through the other side, all they see is me burping.
That's a big problem. That's definitely a big problem.
You're being dramatic. Maybe someone snuck to leave it as a donation for the chapel.
While you were sleeping?
Yes, while I was sleeping.
Who would possibly consider doing that?
Yes, who, I wonder, would possibly dare sneak into my room of a girl nicknamed Calamity Princess and willfully dropped off a stoking big mirror in that corner without any explanation?
Yes, Julian, exactly who? You need to take this more seriously. Why would someone just sneak into someone's room and unload such a large, expensive-looking, no, really quite incredible expensive-looking mirror here and not say a single word?
The penny drops. See, like I said, not a big problem, right?
You smuggler. Okay. No. Now it's a huge problem. Ah, goodness. An extravagant mirror appearing without reason in the middle of the night without warning. No notes, no motive, no explanation. There was only one culprit who could be responsible for something so obvious designed to make me lose a few hairs. I didn't inject the new furnishing, but since the probability that the mirror had been legitimately obtained was less than nil, my duty to self-preservation was to ensure nothing could be traced back to me. The last thing I wanted to was for the chapter to be recited into becoming a thief's treasure hoard. Ooh, the dogs. This smells. I almost don't want to breathe. The salt air was so pronounced. here, it wasn't enough just to hold my nose. I had to cover my mouth too. I would have covered my eyes as well, as if it wasn't the fact that acts of law breaking precisely what I was searching for. The evening were truly beautiful here. The water were calm, and the surface glittered like an innumerable sprinkle of jewels. And yet, if I close to log anywhere up or down this stretch of width, I'd almost certainly spy a miscreant or two rifling through the barrels of crates. It was here, where the discarded containers were sent to pick up moss. The people I told Julian to avoid taunting spent their daylight hours. If I was lucky, only my voice would need to go any further. Alita, are you hiding here? Somewhere? What the heck? It's me, I'm Ali. I'm closing my eyes, okay? So you can just pop out from whichever barrel you're hiding from. I promise I won't look. Are you listening? I'm closing them now. Transition. Elliot? Alita? Are you there yet? Should I count to 10? And then open my eyes again. Hello, Alita? Oh god, her again. Constance. Evening. Good evening to you too. Your face is very red. Yes, I know. I can feel it. It's a bit uncomfortable.
It is when you were caught speaking to yourself with your eyes closed.
Yes.
I see. I'm very sorry for the inadvertent humiliation I caused. I don't want to tell anyone how they should spend their time, but I feel strongly that if you chose to engage in blind conversations, you should do further inland. Oh. One stumble and you are liable to fall into the sea.
It's okay. Please don't mention this to this anymore. It's Constance, right?
Yep, that's me. What a coincidence. 3 times we accidentally run into each other today. Fate's really not being suitable, huh?
Why do I have a feeling that my blind self conversation wasn't something you accidentally came across?
Heh. Just a laugh.
What kind of answer was that? At least pretend to give an excuse. God dang it. I see, well... Is there anything I can help you with? Constance.
Oh! Now that you mention it, there is. I couldn't help but notice the name that you were calling out for the matches. The name of walking a swine ball. I'm looking for. Excuse me, but would that happen to be a coincidence too? Yes, no, maybe.
No? Perhaps I need to close my eyes once more, stumbling into the sea, and had never seen it as delightful as it did now.
Alrighty then.
Huh?
Sorry to bother you while you were talking out loud and all. I was just checking, but I suppose that Lita must be a common name among the lowlives around here. After all, shame. Right, I'm off. You take care of yourself, shoddy armor lady. And don't forget to use that handkerchief. I think I think the dark spots are starting to get more pronounced.
Shoddy armor lady. If she cared so much about the state of my apparel, she could at least care enough to ask me for my name. Not that I was being upfront about providing it. Why you... What? You're leaving?
Yep.
Just like that again?
Mm-hmm. Just like that. See ya.
Why? Why do I feel like I'm being excessively toyed with? Transition. Here we go.
Oh, you're back. You're back. Hello, Amelie. Where did you go? I thought you might have been swallowed up by Julian's bedroom. Sorry, I had to see a problem outside. A different problem, not strictly only involving Julianne. I also let her know you were staying here. I see. And how did she take it? Reasonably well. Reasonably? Relatively well? Thank you for your hard work. It's nothing. You need to thank me for. Bearing with her grumpy expression is my responsibility. Do you need me for anything while I'm gone? Oh no, not especially. I was just fretting when I thought you might have left, then just fretting some more when I realized that would make me Julian's only company. After all, what if she only needed something? Sorry, I should have said something. I was a bit of a hurry. And don't worry about Julianne. She doesn't need anything except nourishment, and if push comes to shove, she'll steal food from the neighbors if the situation calls for it. In fact, she'll often steal food even if the situation most certainly doesn't call for it. Stealing food is a regular occurrence for Julianne? Well, maybe more an irregular occurrence. But doesn't she have a stipend for meals? I used to leave her some money whenever I went out, but it vanished without her spending anything. Vanish? Vanish where?
I gave her a great big shrug. It was the most effort I could put into these things anymore.
Well, fuck me. I think, it has to be somewhere around here. Though she certainly hasn't been out long enough to part with it as a shop. So, she just hoards her pocket money. Frankly, I'm not sure that classifies as thefts or savings. In any regard, she never wanders upstairs unless there was an emergency her magic couldn't handle. I think she'll only trouble you during your lessons. I see. So she only ever stays in one spot. What if she suddenly stops coming down? Would she check up on you? She probably would once the residents in the town stop her from magically stealing from the via their windows and chimneys. What a resourceful girl. When you said that you were seeing a problem, sorry, I should have asked you straight away. What, was it anything severe? Well, I hope it isn't. That's the same kind of hopeful tone I totally hear from the professors using. Usually, just before they set either themselves or their desks on fire. I'm not sure if they're on the level of things being set on fire. At least not yet. It's difficult to tell. It's a normal problem, unknown severity, to creep on me simply by virtue of taking care of juvenile sorceress. Meaning, I won't know how awful the problem are until it's too late. That sounds daunting. Is there anything I could help? After all, we are now bona fide co-workers in the Juvenile Sorcerer Rehabilitation Project. Actually, there might be. Oh? I've been delighted to help in any way I can. I'm staying here for free, after all.
Free. Okay. That was a conversation we had to have later. Oh, gosh.
Well, it's about a mirror. A mirror? Yes, there's a very expensive looking mirror in Julian's room. Did you see it earlier? That thing, I did. It's quite hard to miss. I didn't know modest chapels were gifted in such ornate mirrors to stare at. That's because it's not meant to be there. It's not? appeared suddenly, apparently and explicitly a few days ago. That does sound like a problem. Not as much as the fact that Julian is unordinarily interested in it, added to the fact that she chose not to bring it to my attention. There are precious few things that she cares about, but among them are food and items of unknown origin. Can you see an exam the mirror? You can examine it. Yes, not now, but actually perhaps sooner the better. I was hoping that I could find an acquaintance who I think it might be responsible for bringing it here, but she's not in her usual hiding spot. I'll ask her to take it away at the earliest opportunity, but it'd be nicer if I knew what it was. If it only turns out something unseemly, I'll have to visit it with a hammer instead. I see. You believe it's a mirror with magical properties of some kind? Well, yes. It's not. It's not. No, it's not. You can put your mind at ease. I'm certain of it. Are you sure? Do you have much time to look at it? No. I didn't pay any attention, but that's only because it was nothing to pay attention to. I can assure you that there's nothing untold about this. Untowards it about this. It's not the magical signature whatsoever, as harmless as washed up pebble. If an objective, any object has properties beyond the mundane, it will spring out to all able sorcerers and sorceresses, whether they want it or not. That is uncomfortable. It's occupational attribute. To me, it is no indifferent to noticing whether something is colored blue or red or purple. As such, I can assure you that magical a mirror that size will be quite hard to miss. Then why would it be there by pouring over it? That's something I cannot answer. Perhaps the Calamity Princess has grown up as instead starting to pay close attention to herself. Huh? If you caught her admiring herself, could it be that she tried throwing you off course? If so, it worked. It doesn't really sound like her, though. I wouldn't know. Julian is your specialty. But I can at least promise you that there's something worthy about that mirror. I see. That's a relief, though. Though I will stay to find out where it came from. Do you think you can locate the missing person for me? A girl's playing hard to find. Is she a sorceress? No, not unless she's really good at hiding her abilities on top of the general whereabouts. Then I'm afraid I can't help you and locate her. It'd be a different case if she had a signature I could latch onto, however. The same for as magical objects. It's a bit different for people, but the concept is similar. Does Julian have one? She does? What does she look like? To put it simply. Transition. Very colorful. Oh yeah, that's very descriptive. Oh, transition. Next scene. A neat set of knocks on the chapel door echoed into the dormitory, kindly heralding the start of a very, very long day. Uniform and indistinct, quick but not brisk, firm but not clamorous. It was a polite set knock for any time of the day, but not for the middle of the night. While the moonlight was still able to fail. There can only be one type of visitor. That was the unwelcome kind. As I grossly rose from my bed, I knew with utterly certainty that this miscreant and a thief would soon make her appearance. One whose sole purpose was to steal at least one treasured possession from every person in the world. and also to ensure the rest of the world would never come easily to the residence of this humble chapel. What is that? Oh, wait. Is that knocking I hear? Or would this just happen to be part of my extended nightmare? Oh, God. Then again, perhaps knocking came at a good time. For Autumn, it reminded me of she wanted to sleep. So, she did so with her paper, not on the sheets and books she was using as a makeshift desk. No, I'm very sorry. It's real. Real fine. I'll see the echoing is real very well. My head. And to think I'd gotten away with a sporadic intrusion into my sleep, too. I suppose you can never leave the academy too far behind. This will be a lot easier to accept if the noise was coming from an inerrant sorcerer. I think I would have a visitor. Wonderful. Do you often get visitors so late into the night, Amelie? Not visitors in pure sense. Just the one. And very often the unreasonable times in order to increase the amount of trouble she brings on me. Do you remember the missing person that I was asking you about? Vaguely. My short-term memory is only beginning to resurface. It's likely she's the one waking us up. I see. Well, it seems that you didn't have much trouble finding her then. I'll have to see her now. I'm very sorry about disturbance. It's fine. I'll leave it to your visitor. I hope you don't mind if I cajole myself back to sleep, or work, or whatever I was doing. Not at all. I'm very sorry. Don't worry. Bumps in the nights are common occurrences at the academy. For better or worse, it's an essential tool of trade. Yes, who is it? Hey, Amelie. It's just me, no need to worry. Say, could you let me inside? I'm actually in a bit of a rush. Oh, I kept the thing on. Alright. Far from relieving my shoulders, only stiffed more. It's just me. Do you know what time is it? No, but I know there's a clock inside that could tell me. I really don't feel like letting you inside though. For one thing, there isn't the first time you pull something like this. Nor the second, nor the third, nor the fourth. In fact, I might just ignore you and go back to sleep. Amelie, could you scold me while I'm hiding safely in the hall? Some crazy woman's after me, seriously, I think she's nearby. Phew! Oh, well, hello, what do we got here? Freaking Ito? I don't fucking know her name, I forgot. Etherian? I don't know. Phew. You know what, I think I'm gonna leave it off for right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Memory of Spring. We're gonna find out till next time what's her deal and why. And I think we don't know who the culprit is gonna be talking about. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning from where you're from. So peace out and sayonara, guys. Bye bye.